Hello and welcome. Today we are taking an in-depth look at this 2008 Chevrolet Corvette. This Corvette is in Victory Red and it has a sienna interior, which is leather. This thing is really cool. A quad exhaust. I want to give a huge thank you to Duval Acura for allowing me to film here today. I always have a wonderful selection. I highly recommend if you're looking for a new car or a used car, check out Duval Acura, Jacksonville, Florida, and ask for Matt Sykes. These nice 18-inch aluminum wheels in the front and 19-inch aluminum wheels in the back. It's a rear-wheel drive car. Has four-wheel independent suspension. If you look in the headlights, you can see like the paint color goes back into it, and it's really cool. Little GM badge there at the bottom. Let's take a look at the key. It's a cool looking key. Corvette logo on the back. Lock, unlock, trunk release, and panic. Let's go ahead and step inside. Stick your hand in here, pull it open. Taking a look at the door card here. Really nice sienna leather. Got your little, this button, so when the door's closed and you want to open it from the inside, you press that button to get out. And you do that by pulling up. And if the car battery dies or something, you're stuck inside, you pull this latch to get out manually. This car has a 7-speaker Bose sound system. Your window controls, mirror controls, memory seating, and your door locks. Here are your power seat controls, front and back, and then manual tilt for the seat back. Step down in here. As you can see, this is a 6-speed manual, which is really cool. This is actually a really nice interior to sit in. Your sun visor, your rear view mirror here, all your OnStar. You got 2 little lights on the bottom here, which is neat. Your other mirror, and this glass is actually removable, but I'm not going to do it. But you pull these tabs, pull this tab, and you can push it up. Got your center console here, 12-volt outlet in there. You'll have your drive mode selection, so this can change between a touring mode and a sport mode, and that'll alter your suspension. You've got your traction control here. Then here is your shifter, so first, second, third, fourth, etc. So that's really cool. Then you got your cup holders, so 2 cup holders hiding in there. You got a little ashtray, cigarette lighter located down in there. Let's go ahead and start it up. Foot on the clutch, foot on the brake. Beautiful sound. So, looking in the gauge cluster here, you've got your tachometer, your temperature, oil temperature, or pressure. You got your speedometer. Over here you got your battery voltage and your gas level. Over here you got your turn signal stalk. You actually get your cruise control here on the end of the stalk, which is interesting. Here you got your headlight controls, your fog light controls. Flash the high beams, turn the high beams on when your headlights are on. Or actually, this just turns the high beams on anyway. Up here, it'll tell you you're facing north, which is kind of cool. You got your hazard switch here in the middle. And then another thing I want to mention in here is you see this little screen down here says range 117 miles. That's your gas range, how far you can go. By pressing this button up here, you can actually cycle through a couple different things. So you can get a blank screen. You can get something that'll tell you your average fuel economy. This is getting an amazing 5.1 miles per gallon. Instant fuel economy, 0, because we're not going anywhere. Range, 117 miles. We're back to that. Then you got your tripometer. You can have that pulled up. You can pull up your tire pressure. And then you can pull up personal options and stuff like that, and then you have a reset. So that's all controlled using that screen there. Here you got your power steering wheel. You got your wiper controls over here. Then your pedals down there. So let's talk about this screen. This screen opens. So that's cool. Then you just tap it again to make it go back. And then you click agree to get into the screen. So here you can go, you got your voice command, you got your map around here. Touchscreen doesn't really work all that well. After all, this is a 2008 car. Here you got all your sources. You can switch AM, FM. So there's a little listen at the radio. As you saw, to do that, I used these to switch between. A shortcut to your navigation, and this is how you can get to adjust your volume and all that. Turn it off, just press that button there. Then you got your AC controls. So this is your driver temperature, this is your passenger temperature, rear defroster, front defroster. This is your where you want the air to blow, and then you can adjust fan speed using these here. I believe, I'm not 100% sure what that is, so if anyone knows, please let me know. This is your air recirculation, and that is your auto. Before I shut the engine off, one more thing I want to mention is this interesting way that the heated seats work. So I can turn the heated seats on, right? Low, high. Or maybe it's the other way around because that one was red, I don't know. But you see, I press it again, it doesn't turn off, it goes back to red. What I actually have to do is turn it off using this circle. Same over here. On, oh, circle, interesting. So that's that. Turn the engine off, just hold it down, and the car turns off. So, let's go ahead and hop around and take a look at the little gas cap. And it's actually kind of funny because it's right there when you open the door. If you press this button and look back, boink, you see it pop out. So that's kind of funny in my opinion, but I'll go ahead and push this door shut. And looking in here, that's your gas cap. In case you didn't know what goes in there, that's where you put the gasoline into the car. Anyway, the fuel economy on this car is 15 city and 25 highway, and it takes premium gasoline. So go ahead and pop that closed. Coming around the back here, go ahead and pop the trunk. There's no button. I don't believe there is a button. Actually, there is. There's a little button right under there, and I can use that to pop the trunk. Move my camera stuff out of the way here. But you got a nice large trunk. Huge trunk. That's one thing that Corvette is really good about. Here's a look at the dashboard from back here. but the trunk space is huge. Now you can't put too tall of stuff in here, but you can put a lot of small things in here. You got 2 little storage cubbies down in here. So that's kind of cool to see. And then you also have a cargo net. You don't want anything to roll around. You also got like little grocery bag holders here, which is neat. And you don't have to slam this trunk either. You kind of just push it down, let it drop, and it goes right in. Your cool reflectors along the side. So one cool thing about this is because it's frameless windows, when you pull the door latch, the windows slightly go down. So that's an interesting feature. Window control. Corvette. Something you can see here, got stitched into the leather on the dash, is the Corvette badge, so that's pretty cool. Got your Corvette owner's manual in there. So all that is very cool to see. Now, the big thing about Corvettes is the engine. That's what makes it go. That's what makes this car the fast, well-known fast car that it is. So, to open the engine bay, you're going to want to come down here and pull this tab. It's not labeled. It took me a second to find it. But one thing you do notice is the hood opens forwards. And yeah, this is a characteristic of Corvettes. They've always done this. But if you didn't know, now you do. And the reason the car keeps honking, when I shut the door, the key's in my pocket and it senses, so it has a sensing system, and so it locks the car. So anyway, what you're looking at here is a 6.2 liter V8 LS3 engine. This thing puts out 430 horsepower and 424 pound-feet of torque. This car will go from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, which is impressive for a car, especially a car from 2008. But, I mean, look at it. It's a sports car. What can you expect? It's going to be fast. It is a 6-speed manual, as I mentioned earlier. So, yeah. Go ahead and give it a quick listen. I want to say thank you again to Duval Acura for allowing me to film this 2008 Chevrolet Corvette. This is a sick car. I'm so glad I got the opportunity to film it for you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.